On to our fourth and final quarterfinal matchup in the Queen of Sparta tournament. It is time to meet the ladies. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner. Please make welcome Heather H. Bomb Denny.
Wildman fighter Heather Denny making her way to the ring. She's a fighter you know a little something about because she was in your tournament.
She was. She put on an incredible show. I'm excited to see her. I felt last night when she got done with her weigh-in, I like her body type for 125. It was just fuller, healthy, strong.
Yeah,
very strong.
She's all Team Wildman fighters, and Heather in particular, always a supremely well-conditioned athlete.
Absolutely.
And not having to drain herself as much as had been the case previously. You're right. I think we can look forward to seeing an even improved Heather Denny, and that's over an athlete that was amazingly impressive to begin with.
Yes, so even better.
And now, fighting out of the blue corner, shooting center blue corner, please make welcome Ashley Deen.
Ashley Deen been on a bit of a good roll early in this year, having some really nice fights, some contests that were really entertaining for the fans, and coming out of Colorado Springs in the Pariah MMA camp, one of the supreme camps in all of Colorado, and they always put fighters in the ring that are just very, very technically precise. And one of the skills the Pariah fighters have that I really like and I think is underutilized is their ability to listen to their coach and their corners, and to have an extra set of eyes on the fight and be able to utilize that is just really amazing. So tail of the tape here, Ashley Deen a little bit younger, Denny coming in at 33 with Deen 29. Denny, you talked about her body type. That is of a height, long, lean fighter at 5'8" versus the 5'5", compact frame of Deen, and throwing hands is being shown as the style for Denny. And it'd be funny. I wonder if she's going to change that up for the next round, should she make it there. And stand-up being listed for Deen, and Denny in the pro category with more experience in the boxing and kickboxing, that having come by virtue of being in this tournament before. So whereas Deen with an experience advantage in MMA, so we'll see how that plays out, being a multi-weaponed athlete should she advance in the tournament, and having the experience of 8 pro fights.
Quarterfinal matchup number 4 is presented by Brandon Dodge on Broadway. Let's meet the ladies. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, representing Team Wildman and Zingano Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from Brighton, Colorado. Please make welcome Heather H. Bomb Denny. And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, shooting center blue corner, representing Pariah MMA from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Please make welcome Ashley Deen. This Queen of Sparta quarterfinal matchup is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Referee is Oscar Martinez.
Ladies, you've had your final instructions. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Everything above the navel, you understand? Touch them up. Back to your corners, ladies.
Ashley Deen representing Pariah MMA. Question for you. Catherine, coming into this tournament, knowing that there was 3 different fights in one night, what were the nerves like? What was kind of your mindset knowing you were going to have to do that?
I was pretty calm actually. I think because I'm crazy. So
Deen
Deen almost did that kick there. Yeah, I mean, I think the good part about having 3 different styles is you get to just like start over each time. So it's like, all right, it's a whole new sport, right? Each time.
Well, the reason I asked that little bit of a leading question is Denny now in her 2nd tournament. So something that none of the rest of these fighters have seen, and that is the fact that, I'm sorry, you're seeing something. Go ahead.
I feel that Denny definitely is bringing her experience in. She's definitely starting a little bit faster and harder than she did in the other tournament.
Well, you and I talked about it. What do you hold in reserve for the rest of the fight? Maybe that's something that she learned, and maybe she felt that she had gone back.
Yeah.
And when she didn't advance in the tournament, that she could have given a little more. And
here she is.
And I'm speaking off the cuff here. Don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but possibly, it was a learning experience of don't leave anything out there. Give it my all, and then worry about recovery after.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Couple of just the experience in this fight and their stance and the way that they're moving just seems to be almost a little bit of a level above. They both look so composed and keeping their guard so nice and tight and flowing with their combinations and then returning to a very nice high guard.
They both look very technical.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Oh, that.
10-second clacker sounded, and Heather Denny gets off a good lead hand to end the round.
I love that anytime Heather's been throwing, it's always been
tournament is brought to you by IQ Bar,
like
energizing and protecting people's brains through healthy fats and fortifying compounds.
Constant combos.
You always hear coaches saying from the first day that anybody enters any type of a combat gym, it's don't throw a single technique.
Yep.
And especially as the experience climbs for combat athletes, the more that you throw a single technique, the easier it is to see coming to block and to counter.
Absolutely.
And yourself or your corner is going to get a read on the fact that you're only throwing one. And it's typically, like you said, the 3rd, 4th, or 5th technique that is the one that's having the positive effect for you.
Absolutely.
Round 2 in our final fight of the first round of the tournament to see who's going to advance and who we get to see more of later this evening. And I can already see Deen looking to sit down on her punches and come with a little more power this round. So if you were in the corner of Denny between rounds, what would have been your advice, Coach?
Keep using that jab. I think she's keeping that space well, and then anytime Ashley Dean's been trying to come in, she's coming over the top, but then also throwing even more combos. So not just that overhand cross. It's a cross hook and then a cross hook cross.
And how about for Deen other than don't kick yet?
Ashley seems to be hunting. I feel that Ashley is timing for something. I know Ashley's been known to hit hard.
Not a bad trade if you're a fighter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the corner of Denny, her husband,
pleased.
Thomas Wildman Denny, asking her fighter to come forward.
Yeah.
Just over 30 seconds
Nice
left.
jab.
And the corner of Denny asking for more output, saying, don't wait, don't wait. And you talked about Deen hunting and searching for a target. She came through with that right hand on that one, brought her footwork with her. We've talked about it a little bit early in this evening, working the angles and bringing your feet with you with your punches to add some power.
And especially when you're fighting somebody who's that tall, you can't just come in head on, because jab for jab, you're not going to win that battle. So angling to get it inside and then throwing. I like fighting in shoes. I will say that. I like MMA, but I like shoes.
And what's the difference that you felt?
You
what did
feel
you
like you get
about it?
some grip.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know.
Take us through the replay here, Catherine.
So Heather is pressing forward. Anytime she's throwing a lot of combos. Ashley is trying to stay on the inside but angling. So to stay out of that jab that keeps catching her. But they both have been angling and moving, and
it's been a
it's
really
been very
nicely
beautiful
technical
striking.
fight.
Yes,
These two have really shown some nice skills.
Yeah.
And we saw Deen come out in round 2 looking to throw more power. Here immediately in round 3, I see both fighters looking to be a lot faster.
Dominating, Deen. There we go. Fake. Yes, right there. There you go. Lower. Yeah.
Heather's got to be careful to not throw too much when she's out of contact, because it's exhausting to throw and not hit somebody.
Boy, that's something that a lot of folks can't understand unless they've
It is
experienced
exhausting.
how much energy it takes to miss a strike.
Yes, and it will compile.
Yes. Hook. Throw that hook
Ashley
out there.
Deen seems to be getting a little more comfortable with that range. I don't feel that jab has hit her as much this round.
Yes. Yeah. Use that fake off it, Deen. Fake and go. Fake and go. There we go. Nothing there. Hands up. Fake. Yes, right there. Oh.
1 minute left to go. I hear the corner of Denny telling her 30 seconds. I think they're sort of trying to fire her up a little bit.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you got short time. Give it everything you got.
Help get her going.
Oh, coaching tricks.
Throw that hook right there. Over the top. Yes. Right there.
Boy, when Denny manages that distance, she's just
She
so on
is
point.
in
Makes it-
control,
makes
yeah.
it so difficult
I
for
agree.
Deen to be able to bridge that gap. But once Deen gets in there, she does good work. And the thing that I like about Deen is she's also firing on her way out.
Yep.
She's caught Denny a number of times when she was getting out of Denny's range as well.
Yep.
10-second clacker sounded.
How are they going to end this one? There we go. Now they're going. Very nice match.
Toe to toe,
Very,
they
very
go.
nice match.
Boy, both those fighters
Absolutely.
really put a lot out.
Yes.
You know, we keep talking about it in the tournament. What's it going to take in order to be able to keep on going? These two just had a really physically draining fight. I didn't see either one of them take a horribly substantial amount of damage as far as liver shots or
Yeah.
sore ribs or things like that, but just the output that they had
High.
is definitely going
High
to test
output.
their recovery abilities.
Absolutely.
Somebody needs some Gatorade.
Beautiful jab right there by Denny. Anytime she was keeping her at bay with that jab, man, that was landing. And then the minute that Ashley Deen got inside, though, Ashley Deen started to kind of take over.
Yeah, it was definitely a fight about management of the distance.
Yep.
And both fighters had success when they were able to implement their game plan. Very back and forth, and going to be interesting to see how the judges call this one. Looks like Sean Patrick has the official word. Always the second guy in the arena to know. The scorekeeper, whomever adds them, knows first. Sean knows second, and then the rest of us.
And then we know.
Get in on the action.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge McAvoy scores the bout 30-27 Deen. Judge Hilsebeck scores the bout 29-28 Denny. And the final judge scores the bout 30-27, declaring your winner by split decision, Ashley Deen. Back with more action in a moment.
I'm back here now with Ashley Deen, who just won the first round of her Queen of Sparta tournament. Got a win over Heather Denny in the boxing round of this tournament. How's it feel to get that win?
Feels amazing. Like, I was nervous going into this. Heather is a cross-training partner with our gym, so we kind of knew a little bit about each other, but I'm glad I got it.
You always look so comfortable with your striking. You primarily fight MMA, but how does it feel to just do boxing, limited to only punches?
I kind of like it a little bit more. I don't have to worry about the takedown.
Your next round will be kickboxing. How do you feel about that matchup going in?
I feel pretty strong.
All right, well, you did great tonight in your boxing. We look forward to seeing you next round. Good job.